here with Going Rogue. I am in Shreveport, Louisiana with Derek, owner-operator.
That's right.
Of Flugers, who also has a store in Longview, Texas, local to us. And of course, we spend a lot of time in Shreveport. We were super excited to see you just open this one not too long ago, right?
It's been a year now.
A year?
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from? How'd you get into the whole cycling industry?
So just like any kid, you grow up on a BMX bike. Mine was a Diamondback Viper. I still have it to this day.
No, you do not.
So my parents kept it this entire time. So I have my Viper from 1998.
Okay.
Christmas of 97, but it is a 98 model.
Yeah.
So I have my Viper still. But, growing up, in a small community, you rode your bike across town. You built dirt ramps in the backyard and jumped over your buddy and stuff like that. So I grew up doing that kind of stuff. And then obviously life, athletics, things like that, cars, girls, that kind of stuff.
Growing up.
Sure. But full circle, bikes don't go anywhere.
No.
And so with that, I grew into doing overlanding, jeeping, different hobbies, but cycling came with that, mountain biking. So every time I went overlanding, I took my mountain bike, and then kayaks and things like that. And so when COVID hit, it really turned into something that I was really passionate about, which was my hobby, which was getting out in nature, whether it's two wheels, a kayak, or camping.
Right.
So that's where I landed. And in 2021, we opened our first location in Longview.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been in business since 2021, and then last year you opened your second store, right?
Yep.
So you do most of your, do you have like an online store too, or is it specifically just brick and mortar?
So it is strictly brick and mortar now. We do have some things on our website that's just available, that can kind of tease some stuff that we offer. We are looking to do more in the e-commerce, hopefully in the next year. We've invested in it, but we haven't really committed to it just yet. That's a whole nother thing, and it's really interesting, but it's something that we definitely want to value when we start growing the stores. Especially.
Right. Well, I love the fact that you're just kind of taking it step by step, day by day.
Yeah.
So what do you think? So we're sitting in Shreveport. Okay, we're sitting in your new store, newest store. How do you feel about the Shreveport market?
Actually, I love it. I mean, it's just an hour east from our other store, right?
It's not that far.
No, it's not far, but it really, it's neat to be in it and see what's already here established. Whether it's the teams, whether it's the community that has group rides, all that stuff, and it's nice here. I mean, there's already a really good cycling scene here. Yeah. So coming in, we might have had a few customers that drive the hour, to Longview, but honestly, we're gaining all new clientele over
all
here.
New ones. So you're making all new friends.
That's it.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Yeah, and it's just part of just being around, riders.
Right.
We actually have really loved the groups here and try to get involved the best we can. Obviously, that takes time.
Yeah.
There's already a great establishment rides here, so we're trying to still figure out where we fit in, and just kind of keep growing.
Very cool. So our twin grandbabies, their first strider bikes we got from you in Longview.
That seems like years ago, too.
I know. It was, what was that? A couple of years ago now. What, 3 years ago?
At least.
3 years ago. They're 5, so they were 2. That makes sense.
I just remember them getting their helmets, and the helmets just looked like bobbleheads on their little bodies, because we ended up getting them like extra small adult ones, because they actually did fit them really well. Yeah. But at the same time, we were like, they're just walking around on the balance bikes, and I was like, like, how are they going to make it up a hill with that big old helmet on? But no, it worked out well. They did.
They killed it too. They still did, and they're the cutest little bikes.
Sure.
They loved it. And that was their first bike. That was their first bike, and you guys provided them with that. And to this day, whenever we pass by, they know. They know where they're at. It's so cute. So.
Yeah, I love our kids' room now in the Longview store. Yes. We had a customer in there just yesterday. She was like, it just keeps going, the store does. But also, she was like, she found herself in that room, and she was like, this is just really neat, Is. So, yeah, it's fun to see kids grow up through here. And I think, obviously, BMX, it's a better way for kids to grow through cycling because, mountain biking, stuff like that's kind of harder for kids at that age.
It's harder for me. I'm just going to...
Right? I mean, it's not as smooth as a BMX track, but it's still, it really helps grow, obviously, the riding community.
Right. And so BMX, do you provide any services or products to them? I know you focus more on the mountain bike, road bike type stuff, right?
Yeah. It's, at first, when we first opened, right after COVID, bikes were hard to get a hold of.
Right.
But we were lucky enough to land Redline as a dealer.
Okay.
And we sold tons of race bikes, freestyle bikes, all that through Redline.
Yep.
And it's weird how things have shifted after COVID, where there's mass quantities needed, and then it kind of dove off, and so they put everything on sale. And Redline's one of those that caught one of those reasons why they don't have a lot of product coming out right now.
Right.
So it's hard for me to even get them if I wanted them.
Right.
But yes,
Exactly.
it is. Yes, I have yet to put on your other one. So
Okay. I don't know which one is more soft or more comfortable.
well, we can try out both. So either way.
Okay.
Taco Bell.
And there's your green light that you're asking about too, as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I
No.
was gabbing. I was
So I think we were talking about, what kind of what you specialize in. So mountain bikes, street bikes.
yeah.
You do offer a little bit for BMX bikes, obviously.
Yes. So yeah, the brands have been hard to come by right now, just because I
Right.
guess what the BMX market's kind of doing, things like that. We've looked at other brands in the meantime to kind of get us at least something that we
Right.
can get in stock, and it's been kind of challenging. I'm not going to lie. To not sell what somebody else is already selling, or if what has some stock available.
Right.
So it's been kind of a challenge for us as a bike shop to get BMX bikes actually in.
Isn't that crazy?
And as Redline is a great brand, and the history and everything about Redline screams,
Right.
nostalgic or
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
And so we really want to encourage, that brand to really stick around, but it's
Right.
just hard right now. So
It
it's
is
just difficult.
There's a lot of brands that are kind of just cutting off their BMX scene. And I don't know why. I don't understand it. As BMX riders, we don't get it.
We're talking about coming back in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some more stock in June.
Yeah.
And that could have been, between the tariffs and everything else, there could have been, hey, we're almost there, and then tariffs hit, so we backed back down or
Right.
something.
Business decisions.
Yes, it is.
Out of our hands.
It is. But no, to answer your question though, we supply, whether it's chains, gears, sprockets, anything that we can get our hands on for BMX bikes, we do it. We also carry number plates, anything like that in stock.
Perfect.
So yeah, we try to really help the
Accommodate
community.
everyone. Yeah. And having a track here in Shreveport,
Oh.
I can imagine you're going to start to see a lot of them roll in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So-
we had one here yesterday that they're getting their kids into it, and they bought some stuff offline, and
Yeah.
he was in here to get it fixed up, and he was really excited, about what we had to say and what we had to offer. And, one thing was the fact that he was like, I got me a bike for my son, but it's kind of girly colors and things like that. And so we were telling him about our, how we could powder coat it, not
Yeah.
in-house, but outsource that, and how we've done that in the past. And he loved that idea and loved being able to, customize it for
Do
his
all
son.
that. That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, again, it's just that range and how we can kind of fit in. Obviously, we have history with a lot of my employees in Longview that still race to this day. Landon King's on your team. And,
Yes, yes.
I've had Landon since day one in Longview. Just
Right.
recently, he got his
good
nursing degree.
I
and
know.
I hate that I lost him, but at the same time, I'm proud of him, and I
Right.
love that he's still in the racing. And
He's good. He's a talented kid.
Yeah.
And he has that old school vibe too.
Sure.
For such a young kid, it's so.
that's his daddy coming.
It
out.
is his daddy coming out.
Sure. But that's neat. Again, nostalgic. I mean, that's what BMX really boils down to. You got a lot
Kids,
of nostalgia.
everybody starts. Seems like they all start there,
Mm-hmm.
and then they progress. Like the big mountain bikes that you have here. What kind of brands do you carry for mountain bikes?
So we are a Marin, Specialized, Orbea, and Santa Cruz dealer currently.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. And so you do a lot of mountain biking then.
I do.
You do. I
That and
see.
gravel, yeah.
Yeah. I see you guys do a lot of rides and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you host yourself?
So again, we're still trying to fit in over here.
Right.
We're trying to play it safe, but on our Longview location, we do a Tuesday night bike ride. We've
Okay.
literally had BMX guys on BMX, 20-inch BMX, do the entire 15-mile out and back.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, some of the guys have trouble keeping up with those kids on those bikes. But it's for all the entire
Yeah.
family. We try to make it family friendly, slow roll, kind of chill, but also ride at your own pace. It's a really safe route because it does use the city trails that are marked and things
Right.
like that too. Then also outside of that, we do a road route, and then we also have our mountain bike groups as well.
Very cool. So you stay active all the time.
It's funny that you say that. Not as much as I used to. With 2 stores, it's been kind of hit and miss. And then a 2-year-old at the house.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I remember that now. You guys were having a baby when we got the kids
Yeah.
bikes.
That's right.
We did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
They
my
were-
wife was pregnant at that time.
That's right. Well, very cool.
And she's 2 now, and I just put a shotgun seat on my mountain bike for the first time. Rode it yesterday with her, so that was a
Did she love it?
She did, and of course, my mom's like, "Oh, a lot of riding in your future," and so so it's going to happen soon. So the video will be out soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes,
That'll
absolutely.
be a fun one.
Yep, that's a good one.
Very cool. So does your wife ride too with you?
She did. She's more of the ultra runner. She ran ultra running professionally for 7 years, and that was 7, 8, 9 years ago now. But
Right.
she's definitely more of a runner. But I've gotten on her bike a few times.
Oh.
She has her own business as well, so again, it's just time management right now.
Right. What does she do?
She has her own skincare products,
okay.
tallow, beef tallow, things like that.
Very cool. So that's awesome. You guys are cute little family. I love that. I
Yeah.
love it. And you have some awesome employees. Like we've met several of the mechanics at the Longview location. Who do you have working on bikes over there for you now?
Now it's Kagan and my manager Raul as well.
Okay, perfect.
And we have one other part-timer that just started with us, and he'll kind of get more full-time once summer hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And they're all pretty knowledgeable, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And a lot of history. Obviously here in our Bossier location, we have Andy here with 28 years experience, but he helps us out on our Longview location as well,
Right.
as we're kind of growing in both. And he's helping out a lot.
Yeah, and you told us that his family has ties with when Cargill started the BMX track here in Shreveport.
A lot of history. So he grew
Yeah,
up and raised
he
here.
brings that local clientele to you then.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Everything, it's one of those things when you kind of get nervous about opening a new store or expanding or however that works, or if somebody steps away and then
Right.
you're not really know what's going to happen next. God usually provides for you and kind of steps in, and the
Exactly.
next thing you know, and that's a perfect example of how Andy kind of came in, and I was kind of on a limb thinking, how's this going to work?
Right.
But let's do it. And before I could open my doors, he reached out, and that's whenever I was just like, thank
It'll
you.
be okay.
Thank you, Lord.
It'll
Yeah,
be
thank
okay.
you.
It'll be okay.
So it's really neat, and that's just kind of how bike shops in general work. They're very community oriented within
Right.
itself. Even we try to support each other. Everybody's a team player usually
Right.
whenever it comes to bike shops. There's not many people that are going to say no to
Right.
anything. They're always willing to do things. Our Longview location, we adopted trails, to manage, whether it's pick up trash, and that's kind of helped us out with community outreach. And then even my employees can earn Fluger bucks by dedicating their own time to it, and then they earn Fluger bucks to spend within the store. 'Cause
Oh, nice.
Who else? Extra
Yeah.
money for some bike parts. If you work at a bike shop, that's how it works.
Do you do that for regular people too?
Right? I mean, it might be something we could definitely work out in the future. It might be a good program, right?
Right? No
Yeah.
kidding. We spend a lot of money on bike parts.
I can believe
I'm
it.
just telling you.
You're actually looking for somebody to work here, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So right now we just had one of our part-timers step away for his summer. I say getaway, but it's actually him volunteering his time at a Boy Scout retreat over in New Mexico. And so, we're kind of short-staffed over here in Bossier. So for me to help grow the entire company, I am looking for somebody that's assistant manager or manager that can kind of step in, kind of know some of the basics,
Right.
but also learn with us. Like, obviously, we have our company handbook built out. And that's something that we can kind of grow with, but we are looking for somebody.
Very cool. Well, we'll put the feelers out for you. Maybe there's somebody. We have actually a lot of friends and family out in this area.
Perfect.
So
Like
we
it.
can kind of spread the word and maybe get you somebody good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Try anyways,
Yeah.
for
And they can reach
sure.
out to us on our Facebook page or social media and things like that. too.
Okay, very personal. And that's kind of why we started doing these like bike shops spotlights, really, because bike shops in general, like we were just talking about this the other day, used to be able to, every town you went into, you found a really cool bike shop and you could spend hours in there and you could spend a lot of time. Now everything's gone so digital. You order everything online. Amazon's got, an electric bike or something that's
Sure.
not going to be your quality, but it's
Right.
available.
It is.
So now the competition's different.
It is.
So opening a brick and mortar, people have to understand how very cool it is, how very personal it is. And you definitely have that. Like you
thank you.
have that. So
Yeah.
if you could take anything away from what you're doing now and change it and mold it into anything, what would you want it to look like?
So, that's a great point. I mean, obviously, you want the vibe to fit, what your customers' needs are. And I think the outdoors was one of the main things that I wanted to focus on rather than just cycling.
bikes, yeah.
But we can't hide the fact that we're a bike shop.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. You know, when people come in, you know, they browse the camping stuff, they look at the kayaks, but really it boils down to just that alone. That it is a bike store when it's said and done.
They're here for that.
That's it.
Yeah.
So.
What we help you with? I'm just here to pick something
So Devin, how are you, bud?
Do you need to step away?
No.
You're good?
You got your part right there.
You got it? Okay, perfect. See, look at that.
He'll-
You've been busy the whole
Yeah,
time.
Devin, he'll hang out and watch out. Yeah, he'll come hang out.
You'll come hang out. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So very cool though.
Yeah, make
that
sure
you
it
have-
works though too before you leave, because I installed it. So
So what are you saying? That's a bad thing?
no, I mean you just got to make sure. You got to keep me on my toes too. You know, you got to keep me in line. So no, and that's just it. Again, stepping up and being a team player and doing little things like that. So he's one of our best customers out of Minden.
Oh, okay.
And Devin does a lot of gravel routes over there. Very involved with that, and he promotes it. He has a race that he actually hosts himself.
Oh,
and that's
cool.
not. He has no bike shop association. He has nothing like that, but he's been at our Longview location before we opened here, and he was just a great little customer all the way from Minden to Longview.
That's a drive.
And then whenever I came here, obviously he's been a really good customer here too. But with that said, he's trying to grow the gravel scene because of just the routes and the atmosphere that's over there, and he's bringing a lot of attention to it. Now we have a lot of customers buying gravel bikes that used to be on road bikes, and they're wanting to see scenic routes and things like that, and Minden has a lot of that to offer.
Awesome. So do you think so what do you carry more of the gravel bikes then now?
We do. Yeah, I carry more gravel than road, to be honest with you.
Wow.
The trend is going that way. Bigger tires, going to roads that aren't as busy, things like that. And gravel's been a growing sport in the last 4 or 5 years. Again, you can't hide it. I mean, these people are just trying to get to safer areas that are wanting to put in 60, 100 miles. They're really wanting places that are safer.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about what you want your store to become, how if you could mold it. And you talked a little bit about your camping stuff, and I'm looking, like, I'm a paddleboard kayak person. Like, I love that stuff. I've never been able to paddleboard, never tried it, but kayaking is my thing. Like, I love kayaking. So you offer all of that here too.
Do. Yeah, and even our Retrospect brand even has kayaks now that are kayak / paddle boards. So they have the same kind of feel as a kayak, but it is an inflatable paddle board.
Okay.
But you get a little chair, you get the paddle that has both oars on it, and it is a sit-down style that you can turn into a kayak, so you're not always standing up or on your knees or anything like that. So it's kind of versatile, again.
Right. So do you sell a lot of that here? Do you?
We really do.
Do you?
Yes. Obviously being close to Barksdale Air Force Base, it really helps out a lot. And people that are traveling, you know, a lot of people don't want to get in the waters around here for good reason, but they do travel, you know, so, and these are all compact, they fit in a backpack. So the people that are looking for space savers, but also looking for something that they can get out and use if they go and when they go. Yeah. It doesn't take space in their garage, but it does travel easily. And then if they go, it's there.
It's there.
Just in case.
I noticed you have fold-up kayaks.
Yes. Yeah. The fold-up kayak's pretty new to us. I've been in it twice now. I personally own one, and I've been in it twice, and it actually, it's pretty impressive. It cuts through the water fast. And
does it?
Yeah, and again, it's a space saver thing. You know, like I have 2 regular kayaks, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't used those since I got this one because I can throw this in the van.
Yeah, it's hard to juggle them, put them on top of your car or in your truck. You get tie them down, you get all the stuff, right? When you have like a blow up one, which is so common now, and then you have the foldable one. I was looking at it, I'm like,
it's like origami of the
I don't know. Is it easy to fold up and down?
It takes a few times to learn, maybe even a few YouTube videos to watch. But honestly, yes, once you get it, it's like 3 minutes or less to fold it up. And again, it's just one of those things where you don't have to have, if you go to Arkansas 5 hours away or 10 hours away, you don't have it on the top of your vehicle.
Right.
So it's just safer.
It's just safer, easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. 100%.
And we sell the full-blown fishing kayaks as well through Jackson Kayaks. So kind of recreational to fishing all the way through.
Right. That's awesome. That's super cool. So you have like this all-around outdoorsy place.
Yes. Well, and to answer your question, that's where my vision is. My vision is to be able to get to where, you know, we really house the accessories for all those things. You know, right now we have the general item now, and they sell well, but we haven't really grown enough to be able to support it on the back side as
Gotcha.
far as like, just the camping small accessories to the fishing small accessories. We really want to become,
Really
that
wanna
kind
grow.
of like a sub kind of Bass Pro Shop, smaller version of,
Right.
but try to cater to a lot more people.
Right. And it'd actually be really super cool because like Bass Pro, they don't have like all of the cycling stuff. They don't have a maintenance team who will work on your stuff.
That's right.
You don't have people who work on your bikes, and you have that. You have a full service team that can work on your bike if you have problems,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
full service. So, and any type of bike,
Yes, yeah, we from Huffy's all the way up. We say,
right? What about the electrics?
So electrics are great as far as like we will work on them. General bike maintenance through all of them. Now, ones that obviously come offline, we kind of limit that because it is just general bike maintenance. Because if a battery goes out or something like that, it's hard for us to even get it ourselves.
Okay.
Now, the brands that we sell, like you see behind us, all those we will do everything on, just because we have that point of contact. We have the confidence to replace parts. We have the confidence, of warranty work or anything
Right.
like that because it's our brand that we sell.
Yeah.
So with that said, yes, we work on any e-bike or anything like that. But at the same time, we do limit to the ones that we just don't sell.
Gotcha.
And that's just because we tried it.
Right.
And it's hard to go down that rabbit hole. I can have a technician tied up for 6 hours troubleshooting a battery plug. But then when we can't find the issue, or even if we do find the issue, it's still hard for us to justify the hour spent on it and then try to recoup the money for it.
Right.
We just don't want to be that person that asks for money when it's something, that just, for somebody that just doesn't want to pay that price for that, and we understand.
Right.
So we just kind of limit ourselves with it.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're knowledgeable enough to know what that means. So when people come in and ask you those questions, you can be honest with that.
Yeah,
So,
and we get calls all the time for it, and we and a lot of people trust us with it even after we say that, like, oh, well, it's just a tube, or we want to upgrade to this, and that's how we help them.
awesome. Very cool. So compared from when you started to now, do you have any regrets?
Oh, none. Not at all.
None?
No.
It had to be hard at some point in time.
Oh yeah. There's second thoughts, but no regrets. I guess if that's even fair to say, but
Right.
like no regrets whatsoever, because I have the passion for sales and community growth and just getting people on a healthier lifestyle living.
Right.
I love this. Like, this is what I think I'm, my calling for.
That's what it is.
But at the same time, starting a business is a totally different thing,
Right.
as far as like,
It's not always getting to play on bikes, right?
No,
It's not
actually,
always
it's less.
getting to take
It's
the
less.
kayaks out there. Now we got to talk about bookwork and running people and all of
That's it.
this stuff.
Taxes
So,
and all the stuff
Right.
that the business comes along with. But at the same time, I adapt and I learn, and that's constantly every
Right.
day. We're doing that. But it's everyday learning and growing is what our goal is, obviously. But really, no regrets. But yeah, there's been days where it's like, oh my goodness, what did I do? And then, of course, I double down,
Yeah.
with the new store. But again, no regrets.
No
I think
regrets.
it's really neat again to see the growth within the company and the brand, and and I have this vision for our 5 and 10-year master plan. So it's pretty neat.
So what did you want to do with your life before you got into this?
Honestly, it was kind of along this lines. I went into retail right out of high school, kind of in the later years of my high school. Went in, did hours at the mall, at Finish Line, at Aeropostale. I was a manager there whenever I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And so I've always had the retail side in it with me, and I love that interaction. So really, this is kind of where I was. I was in sales before this with another
Right.
employer, and a lot of traveling. And so I felt like this was just kind of something now I drive an hour almost every day, whether I'm here working or if I'm transferring parts or bikes or whatever it is. Now I travel a lot more, but honestly, I don't mind the windshield time, but it was something I was ready to get away with at that time. Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you think you bring that other companies do not offer?
So, that's hard to say. That's what's cool about, again, like
Right.
what you're talking about bike shops. You go into a bike shop, you kind of feed off the atmosphere, right?
Yep.
So I think with us, it's just kind of just obviously being honest with each other and upfront with it, and trying to bring the best products that we can and offer the best services with some of the best people that can work for us.
Awesome.
And obviously, having like rides and getting the outreach. I honestly didn't know how much that would entail of even having a bike shop.
Organizing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It takes work too.
It does. Hosting the rides. We have a ride or a 5K that was supposed to be tomorrow, and and getting the people to to pay up front and to sign up, and then you only get like a half a dozen. Next thing you know, you're like, man, we should probably cancel.
Right.
So it's a lot of that too. Obviously, we have a mountain bike race series later this year called Shred the Pines. We've hosted it in East Texas for the last 3 years, and we kind of included just our small local trails.
Okay.
But now we're expanding it since we've grown into the Shreveport-Bossier market. We saw a need for when customers would come in, they would talk to us about having to travel for a race series.
Right.
These are guys that are older, competitive, wanting to find that, that plug where they can go in and push themselves.
Right.
That wasn't anything around here. The closest thing for them was a Timber series out in Texas. Well, some of those races, they had to travel 13 hours.
Right.
Right. That's crazy.
Yep.
So we decided to take the Shred the Pines. We took a year off to reevaluate how we wanted to approach this. And this season, in September and October, we're kicking off our Shred the Pines series that will go from Tyler, a trail in Tyler, Henderson, One North Adventure Trails. If you haven't heard about that trail, that's the new $23 million bike park that's going north of Shreveport.
Wow.
And so,
wait a minute. Yeah, we did hear about that.
And then you have Ruston Lincoln Parish Park. That has an amazing trail system. So we're going to hit those 3 or 4 trails within our series, and it's going to be a Cat series, Cat 1, 2, and 3, all timed, all sanctioned, point series. So if somebody shows up for all 4, they can win the point series overall.
Oh, nice.
And I think that's really what this area of East Texas never had as far as dedication to mountain biking, and we're going to bring that to the table this fall. But
that is awesome.
One North Adventure Trails is something that is a lot of the reason why we came over into this market in Shreveport-Bossier. It's a state-funded.
Now, is that open now?
It is.
Is it?
Yep. So you can go out there today. Well, probably not today. It's raining. But you can go out there, and it's, I think they have about 10 miles of single track currently. Every month that's growing.
Okay.
It's eventually going to be a total of, I believe, 16, 18 miles of single track.
Okay.
And the neat thing about it, even for the BMX crew, it's going to have a pump track and a skills park. So the pump track is going to be great for BMX.
Right.
It's going to be good for dirt jumpers, things like that we offer.
That is so cool. When does that open?
So it's open now, but the whole thing is a 5-year master plan.
Okay.
And they started it in April of last year of 24 or 25. I mean,
because the pump track isn't there yet.
No. So right now there's the 10 miles of single track. They do have a gravel route all the way around it, and the current phase right now is a parking lot with bathrooms and accommodations and a pavilion.
Very cool.
So it's about a $1.3 million parking lot that's going in right now.
That's amazing.
But it's a $23 million project overall, and it does have a 5-year master plan. So we're about a year and a month into that 5 years. So
very cool.
Lots to do, but lots of growth.
Yeah.
So
lots of room for opportunity.
It
too.
is.
Let's just call it what it is. I mean, for the cycling industry, that's huge for this area.
Yeah, and I think it's already. We're seeing signs of it daily. Whether it's people talking to their neighbor or their friend is pulling up his mountain bike from 2020 or 2010, even, with a 26er old mountain bike, and taking it out there, and then all of their buddies have the new 29-inch.
So now they're coming to you.
Yeah, that's
right?
it. Or they bring it in because it hasn't been ridden in 20 years, and they're bringing it to Andy and saying, hey man, what can you do with this?
Yeah.
And so we can do a tune up and get them up and going again.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's awesome. So really and truly, there is so much opportunity here, and I think you have such a good thing going here.
Well, thank you.
I really, really do. And I think if I were to tell anybody that, if they need to go find a bike or talk to a bike, you're the person to talk to. You're your mechanics. You obviously know what you're talking about, right? So you have a lot to offer. What do you have anything that you want to say to the audience, our audience, about you and your business and how to find you, that kind of stuff?
Sure. So, honestly, the best thing that you can do is support any local bike shop. I think that's just something that is needed, now or in the future. But to find us, you can find us here in Bossier, 1120 Airline Drive, and then you can find us in Longview, right off of Highway 80, 1132 or 1232 West Marshall Avenue. It's been a while. I hit that in the phone number.
You need to just say the landmarks.
Yeah, that's
because
it. Yeah.
Nobody uses addresses. Right?
That's it. We get that phone call every day too. So So yeah, it's we try to create two great locations. And the neat thing about us is that we try to share parts, back and forth. So we have two shops to rely on. So if we don't have it in one, we usually have it in the other.
Have it in the other.
Yep, and that's the other thing is just timely turnarounds and stuff like that.
So if you're looking for a kayak, a paddleboard, mountain bike,
e-bike.
Yep, e-bike, whatever it might be.
He does rentals.
You do rentals?
Not anymore.
No?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we tried rentals and, just being the demand compared to the insurance and things like that. Now, once we get the neat thing about our Longview location and why we would never move from that location because it's so special to us and to myself, but with the lake behind us there, we are adapting and having our food truck yard back there, and then we're doing kayak rentals onto the lake. Now, once we get the kayak rentals, is probably whenever we're going to start the umbrella of bike rentals and kayak rentals in.
I didn't know you were doing that. When do you go in that direction?
So they put in our dock for us, the nonprofit that's behind us, friendsoflakelandmont.org. Phenomenal nonprofit, and their vision is amazing.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's hoops to jump through,
Right.
A lot of safety precautions. And so that's kind of dragged it out a little bit longer. But there is a 24-acre lake directly behind our Longview location, and we will do kayak rentals and demos. And we're hoping by the end of 26 for that. It's where the food truck yard, it's just been, one hoop after another over there.
I know.
Food and beverage is totally different from retail, so I'm learning a little bit more about it every year, and but it's something that we're hoping to grow. Along with in our Longview location, we have our own screen printing on site. We have a whole building dedicated to doing our branding inside. Mm-hmm.
How do I not know this stuff?
Yeah.
He doesn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, well,
I just learned that. I did not know that.
I can't blame him. I mean, we really kept it a secret just because, eventually we're going to outsource it and hopefully get customers in from outside. But right now we're just trying to perfect our equipment. Obviously, I bought used stuff that's, older, but yet, it made it allowed me to do our stuff in-house and make sure it's the quality and the patterns and stuff like that I wanted.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I can see us doing a little bit of business, but I've already got my brain just twirling right now, just so you know.
Well, sit with me long enough, it'll happen. Usually, that's usually how it works.
Usually it's the creative types who are business owners. It's just how it works because you have to be able to see past the bottom line, right?
That's it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
and I would have never imagined us being over in this market, but here we are.
this is a cool area to be in. I'm just saying. I mean, Longview is amazing, but Shreveport is awesome too.
It is, absolutely.
So it's maybe a little different, but Bossier.
Shreveport Bossier. Yeah.
He appeals to all of them.
That's it.
Right? So awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Well,
is there
thanks for having me.
anything you wanted to add or talk about, or do we cover everything?
Yeah, I just feel I guess that's it.
Okay. I just don't want to leave nothing out if I missed something.
No,
Because
I mean-
apparently I didn't even know you did half the stuff you're doing.
Sure.
So
Sure.
Well, see, you can edit a lot.
yes, I am. I'm going to edit it.
I know that, but he used to do rentals. He had a big rental sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was wondering about that. I was like, man, I'd be scared to let somebody rent that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had the smaller R-Pods or something like that too out there, didn't you? Where you can rent,
The campers?
or was it just a?
Oh yeah, no, that one we were just selling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
by that rental sign,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, how's he?
Yeah.
There's no
Well,
way I'd let-
Yeah, and that's one thing we want to start selling in the future is like some campers eventually, just because our parking lot's set up for it over in Longview.
That'd be cool.
You
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah, you have a great location right there.
Oh, I love it. It's,
You have a great location.
yeah. It's
So very cool. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. We're going to do a little bit of video, kind of walking around, take some. If you don't mind, I'm going to even some back here.
Yeah, that's
Are we
fine.
allowed back there? Okay.
neat. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You
Awesome.
do
Go
your
for it.
thing.
I'll do my
You do that.
thing. Yes.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
He got his first sales job.
Oh, okay.
And,
So what are you working on here?
I'm about to put a spoke in the wheel.
A spoke in the wheel? Oh, that's a big bike.
Yep.
Heavy?
Nah.
No? It looks heavy.
I love so many a day. They're not heavy.
They're not heavy.
Nah.
How long have you been a mechanic now?
Since 98.
Since 98. What started the love for bicycles?
Don't know. You want the good story or just the made up story?
No, I want the truth. Come on now.
I was going to Votech
Yeah.
to be a car mechanic, and I was fixing to have a baby. And Bicycle Sports, Johnny Cobb called the automotive department's like, I need somebody to come work. And the teacher's like, hey, you're about to be a dad. You still got 2 years left before you can go be a car mechanic. Why don't you go do this? And I was like, deuces. And here we are today.
Ever since, huh? That's awesome. Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
So I worked with Johnny Cobb, Bicycle Sports, and then when I left there, I went and worked for Creighton's dad when they were on Benton Road for about a year, and then I went and worked for I cut grass on Barksdale for 2 seasons, and then I went and worked for Ian in 2005. Because he was a year old, so I was with Ian 17 of the 18 years he owned.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, so do you ride a lot of bikes too, or do you just work on them?
I used to ride, but when you're a mechanic and you go to ride, everybody's like, "Hey, man, something's going on with my bike."
You get sick of hearing that, huh?
Yeah, so I kind of stopped, and then my stepson got into BMX racing in 2011 to 2013,
Yeah.
and then he stopped, and we started gaming.
Oh.
Games, and so yeah,
So that's what we do now,
I
huh?
have bikes, but
Yeah.
I don't ride them that often.
Right.
3 of them are up here right now.
Oh.
In the back. It's where
Just
they
in
live.
case, yeah. Well, very cool. Very
And plus,
cool.
my kids are always like, "Dad, you need to get your bikes out the house." Now my the Navy is in the house. They don't live with me no more. They all left me.
Right. They moved
Older enough
on,
and
grown
moved
up.
out.
Yeah.
So now it's me, my dogs, and my Navy.
Oh, I love it though. Very cool. Well, you're doing good work here.
I fake it.
Do you?
Till I
Well,
make it.
that's what we all do, right?